So for today's installment of the Plush collection video, I'm going to be showing you all of my Douglas Cuddle Toys. Douglas is my favorite plush line. They are just beautiful things, and I like all the different unique dog breeds they do. So I've been collecting these guys a lot, and especially a lot recently. Yeah, let's get on with it. So here's an overview of all of my Douglas plushies lined up. And we got some in the back. Most of these guys are dogs. These guys come with names, but I always change them because I feel like it's not really yours until you name it what you want it to be named. So I'll be telling you what their model names are, and then afterwards I'll tell you what I named them. So this is the first Douglas plushie I ever got. He is a Basset Hound, and his original given name that was on his tag was Milton, and I named him Basset, and I got him in 2007 at Mastermind, which is a toy store, at least in Canada. I don't know if it's in the States or anywhere else. Yeah, I was collecting dog breeds, different dog breeds, and I didn't have a Basset Hound yet, so I decided to get him. And I actually got him the day after my birthday, so March 12th, 2007. And while I was there, it's like just a little Webkinz story. This is before they retired the Love Puppy. They were selling Love Puppies there, and if I had been smarter, more proactive in my Webkinz collecting, I should have gotten that Love Puppy then before it went up to like $200 on eBay. I do have a Love Puppy. That will be in the Webkinz collection video, and I'll tell that story later. But this is Basset, the Basset Hound. So this is my second Douglas plushie. He is the Corgi, the tricolor Corgi. He is the Kirby model, but I named him Trevor. And yeah, there's a story to be told about this guy as well. So, back in 2012, I had surgery. It was a minor thing. I'm not going to get into the details of it. So, I got him at the gift shop after the surgery. It was a day surgery thing, and he is what I call a pity plushie. And they're the kind of plushies that people get you when you have like a procedure done or you're not feeling well and whatnot. It's like most people call them get well gifts. I call them pity plushies because people get them for you because they feel sorry for you. Yeah, I got Trevor as a pity plushie. And here is my third Douglas. This is one of my favorites because Akitas are my favorite breed of dog. This is obviously the Akita, and the given name was Kita, but I gave him the name Shiro after Riki's dad from Genganaga Boshigen, the anime about the dogs, the Akitas, front and center. Shiro here was a pity plushie too, because I got him the same day that I got Trevor, and I got him at that same gift shop. And what's funny about him being a pity plushie is that in Japan, which is the country where the Akita comes from, it's actually customary for people to give people a statue of an Akita as a get well gift. So it's kind of interesting that I got Shiro as a pity plushie get well gift kind of thing. So, nice little tidbit there. This is my Border Collie. His given name is Chase. And his, the name that I renamed him is, just get ready for it, his name is Valkyrie. And let me explain why I named him Valkyrie, because it can be a little bit confusing. I got him in 2012, and at the time, I was obsessed with Blink-182, but I also liked Blink-182's side projects, and of course one of those bands is Angels and Airwaves. The first track on their first album, We Don't Need to Whisper, is called Valkyrie Missile, and I like that song. It's actually a nice song, in spite of its title. I always found that Border Collies run really fast, like a missile, right? And you know how there's like, rocket, missile, and jet, if you ever watch Gingan and Setsuid. They're Borzoi, but yeah, they fast dogs, they're named things like that. So I thought, I thought the name Valkyrie sounded pretty. So I thought You know, if I were to have, like, a real border collie, its registered show name would be Valkyrie Missile. So, yeah, that's how he got his name, Valkyrie. And I got him in the summer of 2012. Well, actually, my parents got him for me. They went to a baseball game with my brother back in 2012, and they left me and my sister home and we had a movie marathon. And then they went to this toy store in downtown Toronto. It was a beautiful toy store. And then, like, eventually they moved to a place, like, where they had a street, and it was like an old-fashioned toy store. It was a beautiful place. I got a few of my plushies from there. And, yeah, my mom called me on the phone, and she said, it's like, you know, I found, like, one of those Douglas dogs, that border collie you wanted, and I said, yeah. So my mom picked him up for me there. Yeah, so that's Valkyrie, the border collie. This is my Australian Shepherd. He's the Sinclair model. And I renamed him as Rocky. And I got him in 2012 at the Canadian National Exhibition. There was a vendor who was selling a few Douglas plushies, so I picked him up there. Not much to say about this guy. This is the Douglas Husky plushie I have. The given name is Jolie. And I believe this is one of the 13-inch, 12-inch ones. And I renamed this one Mishka, and I got her in 2012, and I got her from the toy store that I got Valkyrie from. This is when I actually went to their store, and I got Mishka there that day. And this is the black cat. It's the Midnight model. And I renamed this one Christian. And there's a story behind that. So, I used to make up these stories, and I had animal characters, and I went through at this point I was like writing a story like inspired by Green Day's 21st Century Breakdown album. And you know the two main characters, like it's a concept album, their names are Christian and Gloria. So one of my characters' names was Christian, and he was a black cat, and then Gloria was a black cat too. So that's where he got his name, and I got him in 2012, also at that toy store in downtown Toronto. Another one of my favorites, this is my Doberman. He's the Apollo model, which has been discontinued for a while. And I renamed him Sniper, after the Doberman from King of Nagarbush again, the evil guy. Yeah, I really like him because, like, Doberman plushies are so rare, and he's a really nice one. I got him in 2012 at the toy store also. And a quick correction about Mishka here, I actually got Mishka in 2013 for my birthday, but I did get her also at that store. I got Sniper more so around Christmas, along with Christian. And this is the Jack Russell. The given name was Jill, but I renamed this one James. Yeah, I wouldn't name a Jack Russell Jack, because I find, like, Jack is just so generic and so basic for a Jack Russell. So common, you know. And I got him for Christmas 2012, and my mom got him at Mastermind. This is my wolf. He is the Smoke model, and I renamed him Hige, after Hige from Wolf's Rain, and I got him in 2013 at the toy store that I got Sniper from. This is the Shiba Inu. His given name is Dunham. He still has the tag on, and obviously I got him at Mastermind. Yeah, so his given name is Dunham, but I changed his name to Sasuke, after Sasuke from Gigan and Setsuweed, who is also a Shiba Inu. And I got him in 2018 at Mastermind. When I had my first job was close to a mall that had a Mastermind in it, so after work I went and got him. I kind of went on a bit of, like, a hiatus of plush collecting, from around like 2014. Well, 2013, and then like I started getting back into them in 2016. So, yeah, so he was after the drought. And I saw him, he was a nice Shiba Inu, really liked him, so I decided to get him. So that's Sasuke, the Shiba Inu. This is one of my two horses. This is the paint horse, given name Natchez, and the name that I named her is Memphis, because I thought it's a really pretty name. I wanted her to represent a western horse, so a nice southern name was in order. And I got Memphis in 2019, and I got her online. And here's the other horse. This is the bay horse, the 30-inch bay horse. And the given name is Zoe, but I renamed this one Jasmine. And I named her Jasmine because I wanted her to represent an Arabian horse. And I thought, the first thing that came to my mind was like Aladdin, Jasmine, and all that. This is one, I love the Douglas horses. They're such nice quality. You know, I like the detailed face markings, the shiny coat. I love the black hooves. Yeah, Douglas, I think Douglas makes the nicest horse plushies, to be honest. Yeah, the nicest, you know, anything plushies I find. That's why I really like collecting them. That's why they're my favorite line. But yeah, that's Jasmine, the bay horse. And I got her in 2019, also online from the same seller that I got. Okay, now we're getting away from domesticated animals. This is my bald eagle. His given name is Adler. But I renamed him Stanley. And I've got a story to talk about, a story to tell about that, because this is a pretty big one. This is one of my favorite plushies of all time. That's because bald eagles are one of my favorite animals of all time. And I gotta tell you, this is the nicest eagle plushie I've ever seen. He's really nice. Years ago, I used to make a joke with my mom that I was gonna get a pet bald eagle when I was older. And when I went away, she was going to watch it for me. And his name was gonna be Stanley. And then my mom always used to be like, I'm not watching Stanley! It's like, I know it's illegal to have a bald eagle for a pet, it was a joke. I do love these birds, though. And for the longest time, because I lived in a place where these things didn't really exist, I had never even seen one in captivity, so I actually started to get this notion that they were like some mythological creature. And then we moved somewhere. And I remember like on the way driving, I saw one flying up in the sky, and I was like, first of all, it was like, oh my god, it's a bald eagle. And then my other reaction was, oh my god, they're real. And now I see these things all the time. They fly all around. In fact, there's an eagle nest that's fairly close to where I live. And yeah, so that pair of eagles that lives in that nest, we call them Stanley and Stella. So it's like a streetcar named Desire. Well, it all started with I wanted one named Stanley, so the male's named Stanley, and then my sister saw the female flying around, so she called it Stella, and then just kind of stuck. So yeah, I love these birds. They're my favorite birds. They're so goofy. I love their judgy faces. And I don't know, they're also just magnificent creatures. So yeah, this is Stanley, the bald eagle. I got him at a toy store, an indie toy store around where I live. And he's really nice. I was really happy to find him. And I got him, let's check your, yeah, 2023 is when I got him. So this is my beagle. And his given name is Bernie. And wait until you hear the name that I gave him. You're gonna love what I named him. And just the lack of necessity for it. So, his name is Burnley. Yeah. His original name was Bernie. His name is Burnley. Yeah. And, well, first of all, it's like, I renamed him because, like I said, it doesn't feel like it's yours until you name it, right? The reason why I named him Burnley was because I think earlier in the day I was listening to Breaking Benjamin, so I had Breaking Benjamin on the brain, so I just thought, just the name Burnley came to my mind. You know, Benjamin Burnley. Yeah. And I got him in 2023. I got him at a florist shop. What I do is like I buy myself plushies with my own money, and it was like rewarding myself for school. So yeah, he was one of my rewards. This is my Springer Spaniel. The given name was Chip, and I gave him the name GB after GB from Gingan and Setsu Weed. And like I know GB is an English setter, but he looked as close to an English setter as I could probably get. And because I already had Sasuke the Shiba Inu, I just had to have GB and Sasuke. So, yeah, I got him also in 2023 from the same florist shop that I got Burnley from. This is the Black Wolf. His model name is Vilkas, but I renamed him Darsha after the main villain from Wolf's Reign. Because, you know, how could I get a black wolf and not name it Darsha, right? So, yeah, so I got him in 2013, and I got him from the same indie toy store that I got Stanley from. This is my wolf. His model name is Atka, but I renamed him Fallon. And he's named after the main character from book series called Wolves of the Beyond by Catherine Lasky, same author of the Guardians of Ga'Hoole book series, the one with the talking owls. And I got him in 2023. I got him at the same place I got Darsha from, and on the same day as Darsha. I got them both together. This is my Australian cattle dog. His given name is Bolt, but I renamed him Bandit. And yes, I named him after the dad from Bluey. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen Bluey at this point. It's that preschool show for kids about the family of blue healers. But it's such a good show that it can be enjoyed by all ages. Yeah, so that's Bandit. And I know they're blue healers, but this is the closest thing I was probably going to get to a blue healer anyway. So, it's Bandit. And I got him in 2024. And I got him on Amazon. This is my Belgian Malinois. His model name is Klaus, but I renamed him Militia, and I'll explain his name in a second if he wants to stand up. So flimsy, aren't you? Belgian Malinois, aka Maligators, is what they nickname them. They're very commonly used as military dogs, and I had Arkham Knight on the brain with the Arkham Knight Militia, so I thought it's like, oh, that's a good name for him, I'll name him Militia. And I got him this year, 2024, and I got him at the same indie toy store that I got Stanley and Darsha and Fallon from. And this is my Seagull. His model name is Stewie, so he's bigger than Seymour, and he's really, really soft. And I got him from eBay. I got him from the Douglas store on eBay. And I renamed him Scurvy. I thought like he had to have like some kind of like pirate like sea name. And I thought Scurvy. That was just the first thing that came to my mind. So yeah, he's really cute. I got him this year. 2024. And he's really cute. I had to have a seagull. Like, I don't know, like, I love seagulls. They're just the funniest, they're just one of the funniest birds on the planet. Like, I know people call them flying beach rats and all that, but yeah, that just adds to their charm, doesn't it? Yes, that's Scurvy the seagull. This is my dachshund. His model name is Spats, but I renamed him Hoiler. And that name comes from Gingan and Setsu Weed. And I named him Hoiler because he's black and tan. I know that Hoiler from Gingan and Setsu Weed is obviously a black and tan coonhound. Because he's got really long legs, doesn't he? And not at all like this. But yeah. I used to have a Webkins dachshund and I named him Hoiler, so I wanted another dachshund to name Hoiler. Black and tan dachshund, so yeah. I got him this year. The same flower shop I got Burnley from. And lastly, this is allegedly a black lab. They market him as a black lab, But let me tell you something. This does not look like a black lab, it looks like a Newfoundland. And that's exactly the reason I got him. But his model name is Jake. He's one of the deluxe models. But yeah, but I look at this face, I look at the long hair on it, and it's like, this is not a black lab, it's a Newfoundland. It's like, it just bothers me that they market him as a black lab, because he has so many Newfoundland characteristics. But yeah, that's why I wanted him. And why is this so important? My first dog was a Newfoundland, and her name was Bailey. We considered naming her Truffles before we settled on the name Bailey. So I decided to name this guy Truffles, because I do want a Newfoundland named Bailey, but I want it to be an official Newfoundland. And it just still bothers me that this is marketed as a black lab when it clearly looks like a Newfoundland. But yeah, I got him recently. I think I got him like a month ago. And he was yet another pity plushie. And I got him because I had an ear infection recently. he was a pity plushie for that. for my suffering from my ear infections. Yeah, so that's Truffles, the alleged black lab, but to me it's a Newfoundland. So that was my entire Douglas collection. I will be coming back with more of these plushie collection videos. Yeah, those are all my Douglas plushies. I'm still collecting them, but this is how many I have so far. And I guess I will see you again in the next one of these videos, which I'm probably going to be doing my Animal Alley collection next. So I guess stay tuned, or, you know, or if you leave after this video, if you even made it this long, just bye.